Hello, I'm Al. I'm the co-founder of Alley Cats Mountain Holidays in Morzine, and welcome to Chairlift Chats, a brand new series where each episode I introduce you to someone with a really interesting story to tell. We go skiing, we sit on a chairlift, and we chat about mountain life. My guest today is Gib Bulloch. Online you'll see him described as a speaker, writer and facilitator. I know him as an ex-colleague of mine at Accenture. I know him as a friend who hosts amazing dinner parties designed to connect like-minded people. And I know him as a personal hero for his innovative approach to work and leading change. Gib Bulloch, welcome.
Thank you, Al. What a warm introduction. You could obviously read my handwriting.
Gib, one of the arresting features of your book is talking about the episode which led you to be in a psychiatric ward in Glasgow. Can you tell us a bit about what the book is about and how that experience has shaped you 7 or 8 years on?
The book, in essence, is really it's like a business book disguised as a story. It's got the goodies and the baddies in it. And I was trying to work in a big company as an entrepreneur, or labelled as an entrepreneur, trying to drive change from the inside. I had a lot of success and led a great team of people doing some good stuff. But I guess the learning that comes out in the book is that I forgot one thing, which is really about we have to change ourselves. We have to look after ourselves. And when I look back at the pace that I was working at, that we are all working at in business, 60, sometimes 70 plus hour weeks, traveling relentlessly, it was really, becoming too much. I didn't see it coming. I enjoyed my job. I was happy. And then I had this burnout. I had another crazy idea to buy a derelict farm in Scotland, and I'm trying to create what I'm calling a business decelerator. What about actually the best way to drive change in ourselves and organisations might start with slowing down. So the deceleration is really the kind of middle finger to received wisdom on how things should be in business. And I'm trying to bring together arts, music, nature, improv theatre, and fuse that together, converge that with business thinking, and create spaces where people and their ideas can flourish.
In your blog, you've written about the far more worrying pandemic of burnout that the world is now suffering. How do you see that manifesting itself with people you know?
Yeah, it's more of a hidden pandemic. It's probably less talked about. It's taboo. That was part of the reason for writing the book, was to try and break taboos. In the first few months of the first lockdown, we all had this moment just to decelerate. It was forced upon us to breathe, to suddenly travel was cancelled, meetings were cancelled, we were at home. And I found there was a real abundance of time that I felt at that point. You had time to read, you had time to fill your day with other things. And so I see it as a bit of an opportunity. People were reflecting, do I want to go back into that job I was doing? Do I want to go back to that pace of life? All too often, many of us have, I'm afraid. I catch myself doing it as well. But I long for getting back to that essence of an abundance of time.
The geography of Morzine and the surrounding area means that communities and relationships are defined by the physical surroundings in a way that's not true elsewhere. As someone who splits their time between Morzine, Geneva and the Isle of Bute, what opportunities do you think our community has to shape its own recovery? Clearly,
this community is going to have to move beyond the seasonal winter and summer things. I think the opportunity is around this notion of back to people being able to work anywhere. You have a massive advantage with the surroundings here that people can balance a working life, be connected, but get out, whether it's to walk, whether it's to ski, whether it's to hike or mountain bike. And so is there an opportunity for an industry to fill in the gaps in the season, to provide a 12-month round the year season for people to come here? The Japanese have a marvellous word called ma, which means intentional space, sometimes described as the space between the notes that makes the music. So it's the spaces that actually make the music what it is. And I sometimes feel that we really need to build these spaces into our lives to be out in nature, not behind the desk. And if somehow the Valley could bottle that, package it, and talk about how they could market that to people, the zeitgeist is ripe for that in the working world.